After their experience on the island, Crosses and Ronin would only stop to eat before they continued their flight. Crosses did not tell Ronin that he tried many times to contact the aspect of time, and every time he failed. At one point, they saw a mountainous peak, their destination. Had Crosses been blind, he would have sensed the wrongness affecting the fabric of time. He also felt it right now. It was up to Crosses and Ronin to stop whatever was threatening the world, and that made the Dragon of Time call for their help. The dragon and the human saw their destination, but did not see that under them, two orcs were going to the same place. One of the orcs was old, a veteran of war. His face was scarred and his hair became gray. The other one was young, tall, and with black hair. Both orcs were sent on a mission by their war chief, Troll, who had listened to what the shaman had to say. The old orc was named Broxigar, Brox for most people, and he realized that the dragon and the human were going to the same spot they were sent to. Now, how did they reach this point? Well, back in Ogrimmar, the shaman who received the vision of the funnel came to Troll. The old shaman was held by two orc guards to reach the chambers of the war chief. Troll met him sitting on the ground out of respect for one of his advisors and senior shamans. Respectfully, Troll asked how he could assist the Great One. The old shaman answered that only by listening. The old shaman told Troll about his visions, about the funnel and everything. And Troll quickly decided that he must investigate this matter. And so he picked Broxigar to do so. Troll summoned Brox and gave him his mission. The old orc was a hero to his people, a veteran of the Third War. In a way, both Troll and Brox were similar. They fought with their minds just as much as they fought with their strength and their arms. But Brox suffered from a guilt. During the Third War, he was sent with a unit to guard a road and not let demons go through. But Brox's comrades fell one by one, and he was the only one that remained alive. His last companion died right before reinforcements came and saved him. To accompany Brox, Troll ordered Gaskell to join him. A young orc that knew how to respect orders. The old shaman has given them a good route, so good in fact that they were ahead of their schedule. Ronin and Crassus landed upon the snowy peak. Both of them felt that something was wrong with their destination. Ronin lay to rest while Crassus went to inspect their location. This time Ronin dreamed of his wife Verisa and the birth of their twins. This time the dream was real, and it made him happy. Ronin would wake up once Crassus approached him, this time in his human form. Crassus told Ronin that he felt the aspect of time, yet he wasn't there. A terrific howl scared the two mages out of their wits, and, thanks to that, they left to investigate the place that Crassus had discovered, a place he felt the disturbance from before. It was a narrow cave. A few dozen men could walk side by side with no problem, but a full-grown dragon wouldn't be able to fit its head in. So, kind of an awful spot to be in as a dragon. While going inside the cave, Crassus felt that what they were looking for changed. Like he's changed his position. But they continued to press on until they reached a split in the road. Crassus would take the right path, and Ronin would take the one on the left. Now, Ronin followed Crassus' instruction, but the closer he got to the disturbance, the more bold he became. Until he came so close, he felt time moving around him. He felt old and young and every phase in between. It was unnatural. So, of course, Ronin ran away like many would. Sounds of animals and thunder echoing in his ears started to just pop out of nowhere. He hoped Crassus had felt that a dragon mage would come to save him. All those thoughts went to nothing as a lupine form jumped from the ceiling onto him. Had Ronin not been a wizard, he would have become food for the savage beast. Ronin got attacked by an 8-legged wolf, and to his 8 legs the wolf had 4 eyes. Ronin was lucky to have magical garments that saved him from being teared open by the beast. He managed to get up and decided that a fire spell would do quite nice to burn the creature alive, much in the same vein as it worked against the ghoul. He started to recite the words, but they came out backwards. Backwards. Even worse, Ronin found himself under the claws of the beast once more. Like time had turned upon itself. Interesting. In that moment, Ronin saw a vision of knights riding into battle, a wedding, and orc war chants being cast around the fire, strange creatures locked into combat. Suddenly, Ronin could move again, and he leapt from the beast and started to run away from it. But he didn't waste any time this time around to try to hit the lupine beast with a fire spell. But this time the spell froze in time before hitting his target. The beast leapt onto him and Ronin cast it once more, this time trying to seal the beast within rocks and dirt. And it worked pretty well. Once the beast had turned into statue, Ronin felt his mind being connected somehow. It was Crassus calling onto him, but it wasn't with good news. The disturbance, the time anomaly, had gotten closer to him, and there was not much left to do. Ronin ran trying to outspeed it, but the anomaly grew in size, larger and larger. Crassus tried guiding him so he could teleport him to safety. Ronin wasn't really that big of a fan of teleporting and teleportation spells, but he did trust his former patron. Ronin casted the spell, but the anomaly grew even bigger in size. And that's when Ronin knew that the anomaly was reacting to magic. He screamed at Crassus to break the link, but it was already too late. Ronin found himself drawn into darkness, with visions of ships with tattered sails and giant krakens trying to subdue him. Ronin heard the faint voice of Crassus calling him, and his last thoughts were of Verisa and his children he will never get to meet.